Good morning. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So wonderful to see you again. Good morning.
Good morning.
You look beautiful today.
So do you.
Thank you. And before you guys even message me, this is Parneet's outfit. So I don't know where she got it. So first of all, thank you so much to everyone who watched our video yesterday and sent comments and feedback. It was amazing. Parneet's like an anarchist and doesn't have Facebook, which is so epic. So she didn't see the comments, but I did, and everyone thought you were divine, obviously.
Thank you.
Yes. So
I feel the love.
We're bringing her back for part 2 of oils for travel, and we're gonna make this one a quick video because yesterday was 10 minutes, which was a little long. It was 10 minutes.
That went by fast.
I know. Every time we jive about stuff, it's like we just talk until
forever.
Yeah, exactly. So the first thing I wanted to say, because I got some feedback yesterday about the video, you know, everything that we're suggesting here are protocols that we've tried or that we use in our daily life, but obviously, like everything in life, but specifically oil use, you have to be very intuitive and you have to listen to your body. So the protocols we're suggesting might not be appropriate for everyone, and that's totally okay. I was wondering if maybe you could just quickly speak to how to listen to your body's reactions, because I think sometimes that's something that we hear a lot about, like, oh, listen to your body, be in tune with your body. But what does that, in practice, what does that look like?
That's a really great question. I think that in a shortened form for this video, what I would say is if something is supportive of your body, you will feel a sensation of expansion. And if something is not supportive of your body, you will feel a sensation of contraction.
I'm actually, look at,
Yeah.
so yes.
Yeah, so that's the shortened form. And obviously you have to decide what your edge is in terms of your learning curve. Everybody's edge in terms of feeling discomfort but not feeling unsafe is different.
Yes.
So you might try something and then you might notice that there's a bit of a murky area, and obviously it's not clear for everybody. It is subjective. But just to say that you might notice like a feeling of expansion, like a rising, a lightness. Those feelings that we associate with expansion are usually a listen to your body and your body giving you a thumbs up.
Yes.
And then feelings of contraction, heaviness, closedness, tightness are feelings of the body saying, something is happening that I'm not quite able to just be
present with. Yeah, absolutely. That's the perfect description. Thank you for that. It comes back to breath, I think, always as well. You know, if you are testing something or trying something and you are unable to breathe, it's because your body, your cortex is reacting and saying, nope, flight, this doesn't work. So there is also a certain amount of, can we stay with the breath even if there is a bit of contraction?
Exactly.
But then learning how to discern between unsafe contraction and just a little bit of a, let's push past our comfort zone. So, and I think with oils, that's the exact practice as well. Testing it out in a safe way.
Yeah.
So today's topic, very quickly, is daily wellness while traveling with oils. So, you know, when we're at home in our space, it's super easy to put, it's relatively easy to put good practices into
Ritualize.
Yes, ritualize certain habits, but on the go, you're running all over the place. You don't know where to find things. Well, here I know where to find things, but I mean, in general, if you're in a hotel or an Airbnb, so it's important to, one of the things I would say is you have to plan in advance.
Agreed.
Absolutely, to make sure that you are keeping up with certain habits, especially if you've just recently put them into play. You don't want to travel for a week and kind of have to restart at the beginning.
Yeah.
So today we're just specifically talking about wellness in the body while traveling. So the first thing, and if you haven't started internal use of oils, it sounds scarier than it is. It really sounds scarier than it is because there's so many precautions around oils.
It's true.
The way I started with oil ingestion was 1 drop of lemon in a mason jar every day. The first thing I do in the morning when I wake up, and I do it. That's my number one go-to.
And specifically, this is lemon oil, essential oil.
Lemon essential oil, always doTERRA, just because we've spoken about their sourcing practices and their quality testing. So
yeah, so it's 100% lemon essential oil (brackets peel).
Yes, exactly, from the peel. Incredible for the body. Incredible to help with hydration, vitamin C. If they had these on the exploration boats in this format back in the day, so many people wouldn't have gotten gout and like scurvy. This is basically anti-scurvy.
Excellent. I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah. Well, I was curious if you do lemon, because I think you guys do actual pure lemon, like squeeze.
Yeah, squeeze lemon. Exactly. So that's lemon juice, whereas this is lemon oil.
Yes, exactly.
And
exactly.
It's amazing how one lemon can have so many different properties. Like whether it's
fascinating,
the zest, whether it's the oil, whether it's the juice.
Yes.
And they all have different things, and they have different reactions in the body. I just love it.
It's so complex.
Yeah.
It's so complex. And it helps also with hydration because the water tastes delicious. So you're like,
true.
Getting the belly.
True.
So that's the first thing. I do that every single day, no matter where I am. So if I had to choose what oils to bring, I know that I'm bringing lemon everywhere I go.
Amazing.
No matter where I'm traveling to. The second thing, which is kind of comes back to what I was talking about yesterday a little bit, is I made these little pre-diluted On Guard drams. On Guard being the clove mix that I was telling you about, the protection blend. They're pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so you can use it in several ways. First of all, if you have someone coming along that you think would be interested in oils, give them this gift. It smells so good, and then they're going to naturally be curious. The second thing is when it's pre-diluted, you can do your oil pulling with it because it's in fractionated coconut oil. The other thing is you guys have good toothpaste, so I didn't have to worry about it. But if they hadn't have had clove organic-based toothpaste, I would have taken on my on my toothbrush just baking soda and a few drops of this.
Yeah.
And that would have been my toothpaste. So that's a really easy way to keep up with your oral hygiene while you're traveling. Also.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That brings me back to when I was young. A lot of this feels to me like Ayurvedic practice as well, like traditional Eastern practice. And so it's amazing to see it full circle come back around in the West, because I grew up with every Sunday, just even on your finger, putting baking soda and a drop of clove or a drop of peppermint, and then rubbing the baking soda in the teeth with your finger and really kind of getting it in there.
Is that why your teeth are like spectacular? Is that why?
I mean,
genetics.
They're very they've been through a lot. Let's just say
they have a long history.
They have a long history. I'd let my teeth speak for themselves.
Exactly. That's amazing. Okay. HD Clear, the foaming face wash. It's in the bathroom right now. I'm not going to go get it, but you guys know what format I'm talking about. The HD Clear foaming face wash. If there's one face wash that I could travel with everywhere, that's the one. It smells extraordinary. It cleans the skin. And it's funny because we were talking about this yesterday. The climate where I live is so different than here. Here it's quite humid.
Yeah.
And there is quite a bit more pollution.
Yeah.
So when I got home from working yesterday, my face felt constricted. Again, my pores were clogged. I felt like my skin couldn't breathe. So I just immediately washed my face with the HD wash. And then I also brought, obviously, my HD Clear oil that goes with that wash, and just put it into a little bit of the coconut oil that you have and use that as a face cream. And it just cleared up my skin.
Amazing.
And you can use this one topically throughout the day also. And it has such a beautiful
It really does.
smell.
So you could put that directly on, let's say, under the eyes or wherever.
I would still dilute.
Okay,
Because
just to
I'm
be
a
on the
bit
safe
of,
side.
yeah, I'm a bit of a careful with the skin thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously what you don't want to do is remove all of your skin's natural sebum and oils.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
that's when the acne will start coming out.
Yeah.
Female problems, right?
Well,
But male problems too.
male
but
problems too.
Yeah.
But I think
yeah.
it's kind of a catch-22 for women because we've been socialized to sort of want to have this perfect complexion.
Yes.
And the less you do, the better off you are. And I've learned that the hard way. You know, like my skin's cleared up a lot over the years because I actually let my natural oils come back.
Yes.
And there is this period of it feeling really brutal.
And an adjustment.
But if you can get through it,
yeah.
if you can just see the long term that your body's trying to reclaim some sense of homeostasis on your skin,
yes.
then you get to a place where less is more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I was exfoliating way too much and I was putting on way too many products, trying to get my skin to feel this kind of freshness. And I realize that's from within, drinking more water, exercising, more fruits and vegetables, all that stuff. And B, that there's this period where the skin has to kind of reclaim its natural oils. And then, anyways, it's very interesting.
As we all do.
Mm-hmm.
This is intersectional anarchist feminism.
Essential
oils for travel. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, only a couple more things. So the next thing was I told you about this blend that I made, this like high priestess blend that I made last week that I carry around with me everywhere. And the things in it that I want to talk about are patchouli. Which not everyone gets on board with the aroma of patchouli. I think people are very divided on it, but it's the oil of embodiment. So, you know, travel tends to uproot us, make us feel nomadic, ungrounded. So I find that patchouli really brings me back to my body.
I love that.
And cypress, which is probably my favorite oil, which is hard for me to say because I have commitment issues. But cypress is the oil of motion. And I am in movement. That's me. Just this like deambulating meat suit.
Yes.
Obviously I threw some lavender and tea tree in there for good measure. Some lemongrass for energetic clearing. Siberian fir because I wanted to feel like I was close to home.
Can I put some on?
Please.
I love this one. I love this one so much.
I do as well. And actually, I'll share the recipe for anyone who's interested in this in this blend because it's a good one. It's a good one. And Frank's always like, "Don't you like florals? Why don't you try florals?" And I'm like, I like trees.
Yeah, trees.
That's my jam. Because trees, I think also, you know, trees are grounded. They're the they embody rooting. You know?
Absolutely.
Rooting and growth.
Yes.
So
it's a going down and a going up.
Yes.
That's what I love about trees. And in terms of embodiment and motion.
Yeah.
That's that rooting down while moving up.
Exactly.
So there's a swaying happening.
Yes.
And there's no movement at the same time happening in the root.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's kind of like this malleability in the heart chakra, but then this kind of rooting down through the feet and the base of the body, which also allows you to stand in your power a lot. Which we won't get into. That's a whole other Facebook Live. But absolutely. So the energetic properties of those oils are quite powerful for travel. The balance blend that I gifted you, great for travel on the bottoms of the feet, just to keep you kind of like even throughout your day. You know?
I'm going to put some on after this video.
Yeah, because I think, you know, travel, we kind of... Everything's upheaved. It's all like floating around, and the balance blend is beautiful. Also on the temples, and then those spots that you were talking about yesterday on the traps there. My traps aren't very developed right now, but that spot on your body.
You're looking for them.
Like, where are my traps? 2 more things. The lip balm, again, I spoke to it yesterday, but it's
classic.
So classic, so important.
Yeah.
And
moisturize your lips.
Moisturize your lips, especially if this...
You talk with them, you eat with them, you everything with them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the doorway into your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the doorways into your body, so you have to take care of them. Oh, I can talk about this a little bit tomorrow too, but Correct X, which is the healing balm, it kind of has a similar, you can try it. It has a similar texture to kind of like, I would almost say, what's that stuff called? Polysporin. But it's beautiful. It moisturizes. It can double as a lip balm. I use it on
you can put this on your lips?
Yes. And I use it on the inside of my nose also because my nose cracks. The inside of my nose cracks when I travel also.
Yeah, me
so
too.
That's incredible for that. So I also always keep this with me. And then the last thing, and this is the real kicker. Digest Zen soft gels, aka Gab Salvation, while traveling. Because I know myself, when I travel, I'm over caffeinated. I often grab snacks on the go, so like bread products,
lots of sugar, lots of bread, lots of processed salt, like
scones.
Yeah,
scones. Right?
And you're dehydrated. Then just take that as a given when you travel.
Yes.
It's taken me many years of denial where I've tried to convince myself I'm not horribly dehydrated. You are.
Yeah.
You're very dehydrated and you probably are over caffeinated so that you can keep getting to your next thing while you travel.
Yeah.
So your poor gut is
crying, basically.
Crying for help. Yeah.
So I have these with me in my bag all day, and if I eat, a particularly obnoxious amount of food or in a restaurant quite rich, I'm taking these, and they've made all the difference. Not to have it TMI here, but when I travel, I sometimes have a hard time digesting properly, and these have made all the difference this trip so far. What you tried one the other day? What did you think? Did you notice?
I didn't notice a huge difference, but I'm also in my home base.
Yeah.
Like I'm home. I've got my work schedule, my rituals. I'm drinking water consistently. Yeah. So I think it probably. I mean, I'm sure it worked. It just supported me in an already supportive situation right now. So the result is probably less dramatic than if I was traveling.
Because I think just back to a couple months ago, last time I traveled and I didn't have the Digest Zen, mornings were particularly hard. It was harder for me to get out of bed. I would wake up heady and kind of like bloated.
Yes, totally.
And I don't have that at all.
Wonderful.
So these are incredible. The last thing I will say, and this is just like a funny aside about drinking water, I had this reflection this morning because I was like getting through my mason jar, and I realized like the dark days when I was drinking alcohol, which I no longer do, thank God. I could go to the bar and tank like 8 vodka Red Bulls, in an hour.
I'd be hospitalized.
In an hour, and it was just like fine. Because I was so motivated for that. But so why don't we have that same motivation for wellness, And I don't necessarily here want to get into what that's about, but I just, that same kind of like savage party girl like fever can be used towards the powers of good. I can be that crazy, loving, vibrant, and excited about water. I can do that.
Well, and I feel it while you're doing these videos, And I think when you were speaking about the High Priestess blend and the Balance blend, it made me think about, your mind and your body are developing a long-term relationship. Yes. Whereas I think with alcohol, we develop these fast-paced, express lane versions with our mind and our body, and that's what makes alcohol and substance use so addictive. Yes, is because you can bypass all the the excuses of drinking the water and the you don't have time and you don't deserve to buy yourself maybe expensive or pricier products for your body. Like we have all kinds of hang-ups about how to treat our body. So you're developing a long-term committed relationship with your body that's a little bit harder, but is more sustainable. Yeah,
absolutely.
it's more real. Yeah,
It's the work, man.
At least that's my perception of.
Thank you for your wisdom. You're so brilliant. I know that everyone here is so excited to just have you with us.
I'm so stoked. What a pleasant surprise to be able to join.
One more thing for the people who are building. Hilarious. So, Shannon, your Go Alignment clutch is the gift I've offered myself that I'm most in love with. I'm just, every time I hold it, it's exciting. And I had it yesterday, and like 4 people complimented me on it.
What?
Yeah, and one woman, I opened it and she was like, "Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. Where did you get it?" Okay, so door into like chatting about the oils, and she was like, "Oh yeah," and I gave her the information. Then she was like, "But then, you know, if I buy it, like I don't have all the oils, so..." Well, we can fix that problem right quick. Why don't you give me your email address? We'll do a little one-on-one call and I'll show you how easy it is to fill her up.
Amazing.
So funny. So, I mean,
yeah, I'm one step away from getting this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Plus the organization and the layout, like I'm a big fan of just clean organization, and you can see everything and nothing's cluttered. It's amazing.
That it speaks to the OCD.
It does.
So hard.
So hard.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is way longer than 10 minutes.
I know. Sorry. We're stopping
Sorry,
now.
not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Sending so much love. Thank you all. Have an extraordinary day. We come back tomorrow with one last video that I promise will actually be shorter.
I don't mind. I would love them longer.
I know you don't mind, but I think we're not allowed to post videos this long in the group.
Oh,
So
all right. Well,
sorry, E. But tomorrow will be just a short video about oils for surviving a work day while traveling. So conferences, presentations, sitting all day, etc.
I need that.
Yeah. So we will see you tomorrow morning. Have a blessed day, and thank you so much. And à demain. Bye.